This video is sponsored by AG1. I'll talk about that later in the video. I can confidently say that Essentialism has shaped who I am and the direction my life has taken more than anything. Reading the book for the first time resonated with me so much, and it's actually directly related to me even starting to make videos here in the first place. In other words, I truly believe adopting just one thing about Essentialism I'm going to talk about today can benefit almost anyone. Here are 6 ways Essentialism improved my life. But first, if you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. Here we talk about minimalism, frugal living, tech, and things of that nature. So if that sounds good to you and you end up liking the video, be sure to like and please minus tempo the subscribe button. Let's get started. The joy of missing out. Most of us are familiar with FOMO, or the fear of missing out, in regards to buying something new, or maybe participating in something our friends or peers are doing. Something I started to embrace when I decided I wanted to live like an essentialist was the joy of missing out. Where I used to feel behind if I didn't use the latest phone or maybe go to an event where everyone else was going, I'm now completely fine missing out on those things. Because missing out on those things usually means more time in my day and a clearer sense of what I actually want to do with that time. Essentialism fosters the joy of missing out by allowing me to appreciate and even enjoy those chosen experiences that much more. While I've gained more time and less stress from learning to enjoy missing out, it goes a little bit deeper than that. Probably most importantly, it's helped create this confidence in my decisions because now they're solely made based on what makes the most sense for me, without the worry of comparison. Just for a second, I want to thank today's sponsor, AG1. Something I started to take much more serious when honing in on Essentialism is my physical health. AG1 is foundational nutrition that supports whole body health, and I've been drinking it every morning when I wake up. It's easy to make and has replaced me buying and taking supplements like vitamin C and zinc, which I've been taking for years. It supports focus and sustained energy. I never feel like I'm crashing in the afternoon anymore, as well as gut health by containing prebiotics, probiotics, and plant-based enzymes for digestion regularity. Overall, my favorite thing about AG1 is that it's an effortless daily habit. 1 scoop every morning has become a consistent part of my morning routine. Go to my custom AG1 link to get started on your order. They're also going to include a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 and K2, as well as 5 free travel packets. I'll have a link for all that in the description box if you're interested. Thanks again to AG1 for sponsoring today's video. Essentialism is the reason I found what I want to do. Now, arguably the most bold thing on this entire list is this reason here. I can confidently say Essentialism is the direct cause of me just finding what I want in life. I always kind of knew I wanted to do filmmaking in some sort, and I always knew I wanted to travel. But through Essentialism, I learned to cut out the non-important things from my life and focus more on those 2 things, and I've been much better off for it. I now have fulfillment and better results from the things I decide to do because it's getting my full attention and effort. Basically, less time doing things that mean less to me, and more time on the most important things in my life, getting all of my effort, all of my attention, all of my energy. Instead of finding time, making time. This point here isn't something I recall being directly said in the book, but it's something I took away by proxy, and that is to make time instead of trying to find it. The time in our day is obviously limited, which means in order to do something that is essential to me, that means making time for it rather than trying to find small windows throughout the day. And for me, this just meant cutting into the things that weren't essential to me. I have on and off phases with going to the gym, and the usual excuse is that I just couldn't find the time in my day. But then I noticed it was really as easy as just cutting into something that was taking up time and less essential to me. The point I'm trying to make with this one is I'm beginning to be a little bit more aggressive with how I fit things I really want to do in my day. And that ultimately finding time doesn't really exist. We have to make it to do what's important to us. The power of no and clear boundaries. One popular line from this book is, if it's not a definite yes, then it's a definite no. And I can say I've absolutely tried my best to adopt this philosophy. It's kind of ridiculous how we're sometimes made out to look bad if we simply say no to something we don't want to do or don't want to be a part of. I know that might sound selfish or inconsiderate, and it definitely doesn't mean I never help out when I'm asked. All it means is that I set clear boundaries for myself, and when I say no, I stand by that decision without feeling guilty of how someone else feels. What I took away from this is be more exclusive, respect your own time, and learn to say no without feeling guilty. I rarely have to make small, tedious decisions. Finally, to end this list, I'm going to talk about probably my favorite thing about essentialism, but also minimalism. I really didn't realize how much small decisions exhausted me throughout the day until I removed them completely. I heard recently that we make somewhere around 30,000 decisions every single day. It's pretty simple. The more decisions I made throughout the day, the more the quality of those decisions deteriorated. What will I have for breakfast? What time should I schedule my daily existential crisis? And how many hours do I want to play Lego Fortnite for today? While minimalism helped me do this with clothes and more practical physical items, essentialism helped me do this with my time and commitments. Adopting minimalism has helped me streamline my decision-making process by identifying the things that I like the most and the things that are most important to me, and allowing me to focus 100% on those things, the essentials. Anyways, these are just a few things that I learned through essentialism that overall improved my life. I definitely recommend trying a few of these out and reading the book if you haven't already. I'll have a link for that down below as well. Anyways, as always, I appreciate the time you spent here and I appreciate you watching. If you did like this video and you like this type of content, be sure to like and consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you next time.